That's the nice touch of the season out the way. It's back to the politics, lads. It's all right, don't get involved. Next Saturday sees the extraordinary general meeting, which may decide the future of Welsh club rugby, may not. It's certainly a big day. Now, if you can remember what the politics is all about, or if you can't, perhaps we'll need Graham Thomas to steer us once again through the fairy tale.
Once upon a time, there was a little rugby union known as the Welsh Rugby Union, which didn't know what it wanted to be when it grew up. The big bad beast of professionalism had arrived, and the little union didn't know how to face the future. So they asked a friend to help them. His name was Sir Tasker Watkins. Sir Tasker was asked to oversee a working party which would draw up a report on the future of the Welsh game. After a lot of hard work and many meetings, the report landed on the union's desk with a heavy thud. That was last December. The report said the main problem with Welsh rugby was, well, the Welsh Rugby Union. Glanmore Griffiths, the chairman of the Welsh Rugby Union, didn't like the report. In fact, he didn't like the report so much he resigned from the working party and drew up his own proposals with the help of the General Committee. From a yes-no issue, it had now become one of either-or. Glanmore also suggested a slimming down at those at the top, but not as much as the working party. And those at the very top, and the jobs they were in, might be able to stay the same. Under Sir Tasker's proposals, no one man would be able to hold all three top jobs at the same time. Under Glanmore's, that would still be fine. The two reports then went out to all 239 member clubs, the big and the not so big.
Even as late as this morning, we received in the post more guidance notes on the guidance notes that we'd had previously, and it's all such a complex issue that I think unless you're a solicitor or trained in law in some way, it's very difficult for us as laymen to work it all out.
There was one other difference between the two sets of proposals. To be passed, Sir Tasker's required 75% of the clubs to vote for them. Glanmore's required only 50%.
There we have it. As Lynn Howells once said to me, is that clear? Clear as mud.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the players aren't going to say anything about it, but I think I hope the clubs can see through the sort of the self-interest and the duplicity of the union, really, in trying to create another report that, you know, sets their own agenda. And the clubs have got the chance on Sunday, once and for all, to endorse the Tasker Watkins report, which is going to change the governance of the union, and, you know, give the game and the players.
In good faith, the Welsh Rugby Union thinks that Sir Tasker overstepped his brief.
No, he was given a brief, along with other people like Gerald Davis, Gwyn Jones, respected people in rugby. They spent a long time looking at it, and that's what they come up with, and the union should accept it.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't agree, do you?
Anybody got anything to say about the politics of the Welsh game? Right. Thought not. Let's drag it back. Let's drag it back to on-the-field matters, because it has come to a rousing climax. Richard, have you got one favourite moment of the season?
Oh, it's been a great season. I mean, yesterday was just awesome. You know, being involved in a Welsh Cup final, the support, the stadium was awesome. Being grogged, being selected to West Africa, it's just been a great year, to be honest with you.
Brett, you've chosen a sort of different game.
Yes, Saracens, beating Saracens away from home. They were seeded 8. We were seeded 8 and they were seeded 1. And for me, that's, apart from yesterday, obviously my highlight of the year.
John? Must be.
London Irish.
Obvious reasons.
Yes. The Fenta moment.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Nice to get one over on a World Cup winner.
Yeah. I just wonder, I've got to go back to this political situation, Mike. It is quite an important meeting, and yet, do you think because the club scene has gone so well in the last month that everybody literally takes the line, there is no crisis anymore?
No, I think that the players are doing it, you know, despite the sort of the crisis and the situation we find ourselves in. And I just think if we give ourselves a structure and a professional body to run the game that the players deserve and the clubs deserve, then, you know, who knows what the limit is. We've seen the last 5 or 6 weeks. We have the players, but we need to put, you know, people in place that can give them the best chance to compete on a world stage. It's all very well playing well against ourselves, but internationally, that's where we need to do it.
But the figures didn't seem to stack up, did they? That the Sir Tasker Watkins needs 75, the Glanmore Griffiths thing needs 50. It is strange.
Yeah, I just hope the clubs, as I said earlier, see through it and they actually sort of give Sir Tasker Watkins' report an endorsement.
OK, good luck to Pontypridd.
Good luck,
next
lads.
Sunday. Good luck, lads.
Good luck, boys.
If you are still confused by the season, this is how the story went. Goodbye.